Welcome once again to the Powerhouse Woman Show. I'm your host, Monica Pierre. If you are a regular viewer, welcome back. If this is your very first time finding us, stumbling upon us, or people have been telling you about the show, I welcome you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm a three-time Emmy Award-winning reporter and journalist and producer. And I started this show. This is our sixth season. Actually, it is the end of our sixth season as the December rolls around. And I started it right after COVID. And I decided that I would do it initially just for a few weeks. And I decided, you know what? I need to do this more often. And all I do, I have the privilege and the power and the opportunity to just interview some remarkable powerhouse women. And they share their story, their backstory, how they got into it, what they've learned along the way, mistakes they've made. No one can claim perfection here. I totally believe that that is not the case. So they honestly share things that have happened, how they've changed courses, they may have pivoted, or they realize that they have to be more all in than they have been. And that perhaps the excuses of no time, too much going on in the world, too much going on in their lives doesn't really cut it. Because it's true, there's a lot going on. There's a lot of things that has us concerned and worried, maybe chaotic. But the truth is about our dream, our goal, our vision, our mission is that eventually all of the excuses that we give just don't cut it because it won't let us go. It will remind us that as long as we have breath, as long as we have the opportunity to do it one more day, one more minute, one more hour, it just won't go away. So that's why I do the show. That's why I look forward, God willing, to season 7 coming up at the beginning of 2026. And if you know a powerhouse woman who's doing some amazing things, they don't have to all be entrepreneurs. They can be leaders, they can be professionals, they could be just good hearted people doing some amazing things to make this world better, more loving, more caring. I want to know their stories. And it doesn't have to be the New Orleans area or even the United States. We've had women from Canada on, also England, and I'm looking to expand. So you can drop me a line and I'll give you one of my websites where you can reach me as well. And I'd like to know about them. I'd love this to be a global Powerhouse Woman show because there's somebody just like you in Northern Africa or South Africa or Central America or South America, other parts of the US or other Asia, all over the world. They're doing things like you're doing things. They believe that their mission and their goal is there to support humanity. And we need to know about them. We need to give them moments when they can tell their story and what they've done and what they've accomplished and celebrate them. So that's what I'm going to be even more committed to going forward. Today, I want to talk to you, especially if you are feeling overwhelmed. And if you're joining us live today, this is in October 30th, 2025. You may find the show later on, maybe next year, 2 years from now, we don't know. But for today, you might be feeling that the calendar is ticking away. And before we know it, it's going to be 2026. And you're looking back at all of the things you said you were going to do. And it was going to be different this time. It was going to be amazing this time. And the months roll by. Now we're in the 10th month and we're about to end it and go into November. And you're feeling stressed out. You have been grinding away. You have been doing the things they say to do. You've been marketing. You've been on social media. You've been going to networking events. You've been pitching news media outlets. And you just feel a bit stuck. You feel that it's all been, just not happening for you. And you're feeling frustrated. You're feeling that things aren't happening for you. It's not your turn. You look around, you take your eyes off your own paper, and you go on social media and you see these fabulous lives of people accomplishing things. And everybody's making 7 figures and everybody's making 8 figures. And you're thinking, I'm trying to make a figure. And it's not happening. This show, this solo show, is for you. I want to speak to you, powerhouse woman. I want you to know that sometimes we just have to pause and we just have to go back and remember our why. Return to your why is the focus of this solo episode today. Return to your why. Remember how excited you were. Remember how you just couldn't wait to tell everyone. Remember how you couldn't wait to get out of bed. You remembered how you were doing other things, and this was at the time your side hustle, and you couldn't wait for 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock or when you'd be off, and you've been using your lunch break to focus on it and do some things. But as life has gone on and things have happened, maybe you have to take care of mom or dad, maybe the children, we're not blaming. This is not a blame thing. This is just saying what is. I don't believe in just being pie in the sky because things happen. Maybe you're not feeling good. And maybe you have been putting off taking care of yourself and it's catching up with you. And you go, well, what am I supposed to do? I offer something as simple yet powerful as returning to your why. Just to remember. Remember what it was like in those early moments of this dream. Remember what it was like when you said, I can't believe I'm the one being entrusted with making this happen. Return to your why and decide that, I am doing this because. Very simply, state it, say it, write it down, journal it. I am doing this goal, this dream, this nonprofit, this business, this cake, catering business, whatever it is. And I'm doing it because. Return to your why. And the people I serve are, and you fill in the blank. Who are the people? It's not everyone. It's probably a very narrow niche. And you have been frustrating yourself because you want the whole wide world to know about it and to embrace it and to say yes and to pay you for it. Let's serve the people that we are meant to serve, as narrow as that niche is, with all the love and the big heartedness and the expertise and our gifts and talents that we possibly can. Return to the why of who you're serving and love on them and find new ways to support them. And perhaps you have been feeling just out of joint or just frustrated or just ready to give in the towel because you look at the money, you look what's coming in, you look what's going out, and it's not meshing. Let's decide what success looks like. And maybe it's not a 6 figure, 7 figure, 8 figure business. Maybe it is trusting the process that maybe that will come, but for now, you're going to bless every dollar that's spent with you and return it to the people who are spending their money and their time and their dreams and their hopes with you. And you know it's going to be successful and you will get to decide. I listened to a podcast from the amazing Coach Danny D, and she talks about joy and not the grind that we've been led to believe is the only way to define success. And that we can have joy and we can have peace and we can be with our family. And in her case, Profits in Pajamas, which is the name of her upcoming book, and also it's a podcast. So at this time, before you say, you know what, I'm done, I'm through, I'm aggravated, let's take a look at it. Let's pause, take a powerhouse pause, and look at these 3 areas. You're doing this because, but you said you were doing it because. Return to your why. You're crystal clear again, and you're going to bless, and you're going to say, okay, these are the people I'm meant to serve. And yes, it's a narrow niche, but it's my niche. And I'm going to love on them and help. That's how I'm going to return to my why. And you're going to return to your why by deciding and believing that you, powerhouse woman, you get to decide what success looks like. You get to determine it. And there's something that you could do before you go to bed, close your eyes. You can just decide, this was success for me today. A phone call, or deciding that you're going to be the one who boldly proclaims what you're doing. And maybe it's social media, maybe it's whatever. And you're not going to compare yourself because this is success. Because you know when you say it and when you stop all the external things that are going on, you go, yeah, this is what I connect with. I love stories. I love storytelling. I love finding out the stories of others, whether they look like me, think like me, vote like me. That's not the point. The point is, I want to know your story. I want to know what it is that makes your heart just sing. And sometimes when you think about it, you almost levitate, right? You almost jump for joy because it is what you've been given to do. And it's done in a way that only you can do it. Everybody can have a show if they want to, right? Especially now with no gatekeepers. You can decide, I'm having a show on YouTube tomorrow, and here's what it's going to be about. Here's what my audience, who's my audience, and here's what I'm going to talk about. Just like that. Or a podcast, right? You can do it. But it's the way you do it that sets you apart. It's the way I talk to people about their story that sets me apart. It's the way I lean in and connect with them, whether I'm in person, we're in a studio, or we're online. It doesn't matter. Heart to heart, story to story. That's what we do. So go back, return to your why, and know that you're the one who's called to do it and to do it now. And it's not because of all the things that you didn't do or all the things that you're planning to do, but it's the things right now in this moment that sets you apart and makes you the powerhouse woman that you are. I hope you're hearing something that's bringing a smile, maybe a little relief, but it's okay, even if all of the 20 things on your list for 2025 have not happened, or that you're going to just carry them over into 2026. Maybe you're going to have to let some of them go. Maybe if you did one to two to three things with joy, that's probably good enough and special enough for you. So thank you for spending time with you. I want to tell you what's going on in my world. As I mentioned, in January 2026, it will be the seventh season of the show, and I'm very excited about that. I had a shorter season in 2020, but I decided I was going to do it on a regular basis and just open it up to weekly. So that's how you get the seventh season that's coming up. I have that coming up. I also am the founder of Story Maker Academy. It's our 6-month program where we work on your story and we help you to figure out what is the story that you can tell right now, or a new story, or a different story. We work on it, we develop it, and then you get the opportunity to come to New Orleans and deliver that talk. It's amazing. I handpick the audience, they're supportive, and you get to reveal your story and unveil your story and deliver your story for the first time before this audience. So all you have to do is go to www, I'll put it on the screen here, storymakeracademy.com. That's all you have to do to learn more. You can also email me. I also work in my world individually with people who have interviews coming up, or they want to go on the stage and share their story, or they even want to share their story at networking events when they only have maybe a minute to stand up and say what they do. How do you incorporate your story in that as well? So I work with that, and it's amazing to work with people one on one. It's called the Prep Room, and we get you ready to go out there. We get you ready to with this high stake or this amazing thing you want to do. So that's coming up as well. So any of this, you can even just go very simply to Storymaker Academy. There's my email address there, and we can talk about it. I'm here to serve. I'm here to serve. Oh my goodness gracious. The one and only Sister Beulah Martin. Hello there. Hello there. And talk about living a powerful story. Thank you, Sister Beulah, for all you do as a member of the Sisters of the Blessed Sacrament. And I've seen you, known you, and all the sisters for a very long time. That is remembering your why. And I know it's not always easy for our religious people People think that, they never have problems, never have concerns, they never have a doubt, but you return to your why. So thank you for that. Thank you for always praying for us as well. That's our show for today. I am so thrilled that you've taken a few moments to spend with me. I do hope that you've heard something that's encouraging your soul, that's making you feel a little bit better. Because we're going to have these moments. We're going to have these moments when we got it, we understand it, no one can tell us anything different. And then there'll be those moments when we go like, if people only knew what I was feeling. If people only knew what I was thinking. If people only knew that I'm a little scared. On this show, we acknowledge all of that, but we also return to you're the one who has been called, and you have everything you need to succeed on your own terms. Thank you so much, and we'll talk to you next week on the Powerhouse Woman Show. Bye bye.